Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to convert standard form to slope-intercept form using literal equations. Let's go ahead and get started. So slope is traditionally written as y equals mx plus b, which is our slope-intercept form. And we know this because we've been using it for a little while now. But sometimes we write it in what's called standard form, which looks like ax plus by equals c. We're going to use this form later on, but for right now it's not incredibly helpful to us. So let's learn how to change some things around so that we actually know how to graph it. So if we have the problem here, 3x minus 2y equals negative 16, our goal is to get the y all by itself, since slope is y equals mx plus b. So let's start with that circle of don't touch, which we're going to put around that negative 2y. Again, y is what we want to have all by itself, so that's what I need to isolate. I need to get rid of everything else around it. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and 3x minus 3x is going to eliminate. Bring down that circle of don't touch, and now we need to remember our rules for combining like terms. Negative 3x and negative 16 are not like terms, so you cannot combine them together. We're just going to write them separately. So negative 3x minus 16. Our next step to get y all by itself is to divide by negative 2. But this time we need to make sure that we divide absolutely everything by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 gives me a positive 1. So over on this side I'm left with y equals. Negative 3x divided by 2 is going to stay as a fraction. Don't change it to a decimal. Don't change it to a mixed number. Just leave it as the fraction that it is unless you can reduce. In this case, we can get rid of that double negative because the negative divided by negative is positive. So 3/2 x. Remember that this is your slope. You want it to be in that fraction to graph that rise over run. If you choose to change that, it's going to be harder to graph. Leave it how it is. Negative 16 divided by negative 2 is positive 8. Now I have my y all by itself and it's positive. So I've now taken my equation from standard form to slope-intercept form. From here, we can identify the slope, which is 3/2. We can identify the y-intercept, which is 0, 8. We can identify if it is steep or shallow, which this one is steep. 3/2 is bigger than 1, so it's steep. It's going in a positive direction, and we know that it's non-proportional. All of those things we can figure out in slope-intercept form, but we can't figure it out in standard. Let's go ahead and look at another one. All right, so this time we have 6x plus 5y equals negative 15. Remember, our goal is to get y all by itself, so where the y is becomes my circle of don't touch. I need to get rid of everything else on the same side of the equal sign, so my positive 6x is going to become negative 6x, and whatever I do to one side, I have to do to both. So I end up with 5y equals negative 6x minus 15. Remember that 6x and 15 are not like terms. You cannot combine them. Now I'm going to divide everything by 5, and I end up with y equals negative 6 over 5x minus 3. It's really that simple. So in this lesson, we learned how to convert from standard form to slope-intercept form. So until next time, I'll see you later. Love you, bye.